And if they would have never thought differently, they would not be the company that they are today. And that's the story of Apple. What's going on? This is your coach, Trev Bucheri here. Hope you're just having a great day today. And today we're talking about thinking differently, because traveling with the pack and being a part of the herd is never going to get you ahead and as a standout. It's interesting because we hear many times, people talked about as, oh, that person is different. He's different or she's different. Like, well, what about them? Well, I don't know. They're just different, right? Well, and it's interesting because there's almost, in many cases, a negative connotation, linked to that. But the interesting thing is that historically looking back, the people who were different were the difference makers. And the people who actually took their differences and exploited those and strengthened those and utilized those were the ones who are the people that we look back now and who stand out and who are pieces of our history. So thinking differently, how can you think differently in a situation like this? When everyone goes left, why not go right and find out how going right is actually going to work? And that way you immediately are positioning yourself as a standout. And this can go with any area of life, in any time of life. There's always going to be a herd, and there's always going to be few who go an opposite route. So think about what's going on in your life today. How can you think differently? What are your struggles? What are your challenges that are going on right now? And think about, well, what if I did the exact opposite thing that I'm doing right now? What if I did the exact opposite that everyone is doing right now? What if I did that? Where would that lead me? And maybe you're thinking, well, it would lead me in devastation. Well, would it? Let's think deeper on this here. It's time to think differently. How can we think differently so that we can actually be a standout and come up with a different solution or a different answer or a different approach, and then grab attention that way and really just get the accomplishment that way? Really interesting. So think differently today. I hope that got in your mind, and hope it enabled you to start attaching on to many things that are going on in your life, many challenges that are going on in your life, many things that you're looking to resolve or solve or move forward with in your life. And you're able to use that concept and start to really just think differently and think outside the box and look at what everyone else is doing and think about, how can I do the exact opposite, and what strategies can I make in that way? How can I make that work? What things could I do that would make that opposite thing work? Because then I'm a standout. Again, thank you so much for your time. This is your coach, Trev Bucheri here. Can't tell you how much I appreciate you. I so do. And you have an incredible rest of your day. Take care.